Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Help us survive.
Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, the Institute of Forensic Sciences identified the body found Sunday, October 17, burned in Mayagüez as that of Ángel Luis Cruz Beltrán. Personnel of the Criminal Investigation Corps of the Aguadilla region investigated yesterday if the discovery of the body was related to the disappearance of the young man, who was reported as a gunshot wound victim, in front of the business in Moca, and who had not been located. Authorities said that the events took place in front of a cafeteria, in the Naranjo neighborhood, on the PR 4419 highway, in Moca. The announcement was made by the director of the institute, Maria Condi Miller, who maintained that the body was identified through fingerprints. "We have good leads and possible suspects. The investigation is well advanced and underway," assured one official. However, he said that at the moment it is premature to specify the circumstances in which the shooting occurred. So far this year there have been 474 murders in Puerto Rico.
Vieques Island, authorities are investigating a double murder recorded Sunday night, October 17 in the island municipality of Vieques. This is the 7th murder recorded in Vieques so far this year. A call to the police headquarters in the island municipality alerted police about gunshots, at kilometer 5.8 of Highway 997, at 11:15 p.m. At the scene the agents located the bodies shot inside a Toyota Yaris car, from the year 2010. The victims were identified as Jean Carlos Rosario Hernandez, 24, and Emmanuel Melendez Rivera, 39, both residents of Vieques. The 24-year-old victim, Rosario Hernandez, has a criminal record under Law 54 on domestic violence. At the moment the motive for the events is being investigated.
Carolina, Puerto Rico, the shot dead body of a man was found with his hands tied behind his back, on Thursday morning, on the sidewalk of Cosmo Street, La Marina neighborhood, in Carolina. According to the police, the violent death occurred at 6:54 a.m. October 21. A call to the 911 emergency system alerted authorities to a suspicious situation at the scene. There the agents located the body of a man, on the grassy area of the sidewalk, which at the moment has not been identified. Multiple bullet casings of different calibers were occupied at the scene. The deceased was described as white in complexion, between 25 and 30 years old, weighing 240 pounds, and about 5 feet 8 inches tall. He was wearing a black sweatshirt and denim, and black and white sports shoes.
San Juan, Puerto Rico, the San Juan prosecutor's office filed charges on Wednesday, October 20, against the driver of a motorcycle that caused the death of his passenger, who hit a concrete divide on Baldorado de Castro Avenue after being expelled from the vehicle in events that occurred August 29. Adolfo Torres Ortiz will face charges for driving a motor vehicle while intoxicated and for violations of the Puerto Rico vehicle and traffic law. San Juan Court Judge Alfred Atomi found cause for arrest and posted a $10,000 bond. The Department of Justice did not specify if the defendant provided bail or if he was admitted to jail until the preliminary hearing, scheduled for November 2. Crisia Rodriguez Lee, who was traveling as a passenger in the motorboat, was ejected, hit the concrete railing and died instantly due to the severe bodily trauma she received. Torres Ortiz underwent an alcohol field test, the result of which was 0.17%. Subsequently, he was transported to the San Juan Highway Patrol headquarters where a breath alcohol concentration test was performed, in which he returned 0.16%. The maximum allowed blood alcohol level for a motor vehicle is 0.2%.
Ponce, Puerto Rico, the police found yesterday, Tuesday, October 19, the charred and partially decomposed body of a person in a vacant lot on the PR 139, kilometer 6.2, of the Los Alsabos neighborhood in Ponce. When agents from the Ponce East Precinct went to the scene, they came across the body. According to the police description, the body was charred and partially decomposed, which made it impossible to determine his identification. The body was transferred to the Institute of Forensic Sciences for autopsy purposes.
San Juan, Puerto Rico, a federal grand jury approved the filing of 14 drug trafficking and money laundering charges against 4 individuals who were arrested on October 12 and 13 as part of an investigation by the Organized Crime and Drug Trafficking Task Force. The Federal Prosecutor's Office for the District of Puerto Rico filed the charges against Ramon Antonio Vega Ortiz, a subject of priority in the region for the working group, Osvaldo Calderin Pascual, Luis Almonte Cruz and Reynaldo Feliciano Troqui. The statement maintains that the defendants conspired in the coordination and facilitation of the maritime transportation of hundreds of kilograms of cocaine from countries such as Colombia and the Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico. From May 2019 to October of this year, the defendants allegedly used an international network of cocaine suppliers, ship captains, crews, recruits, coordinators, facilitators and stevedores to transport and distribute the drug.
Naguabo, Puerto Rico, the police seized 12 blocks of cocaine packed in toy boxes after a drug bust involving a car on the PR-53 highway in Naguabo. According to a report from the authorities, a 2012 Toyota Yaris vehicle was traveling at high speed when agents from the Sabo Highway Division stopped the driver. They noticed a strong smell of cannabis and requested the services of the K9 unit, which identified the drug inside the vehicle. The cops seized the drug, as well as $4,209 in cash. Meanwhile, Charles Merced Peña, 41, and Jasmine Altagracia Peña, 24, were arrested. The federal agency DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, assumed jurisdiction of the case.
Toa Baja, Puerto Rico, 2 women were shot while passengers with another person in a car at around 11:50 p.m. on Sunday, October 17, near the exit of the PR-22 expressway towards the Candelaria neighborhood, in Toa Baja. A 60-year-old woman was shot in the back area, and a 22-year-old girl was injured in the head area. The shots were fired at a Toyota Tacoma bus. Both victims were transported to the Bayamon Head Center Hospital, where they were listed in stable condition to the Rio Piedras Medical Center. The motive for the events remains under investigation, the police reported. Agent Alberto Arce, assigned to the district of Toa Baja, took charge of the investigation together with Agent Jose Nieves, of the Assault Division of the Bayamon Criminal Investigation Corps, CIC. This past Monday, October 18, a man reported that he was the victim of fraud, alleging that he paid $800 after receiving a phone call in which he was promised an advancement of the payment process of the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, PUA. The complainant, a 29-year-old from Puerto Nuevo, told the police that a woman asked him by phone for a payment of $200 for each person interested in his services. The individual alleged that he paid the amount of $800 in 2 transactions through the ATH Móvil application for the person to help him and 3 other family members on October 13 and 15. The Department of the Treasury has warned on several occasions that it will not request information by phone to carry out procedures related to the PUI and the disbursement of federal payments authorized by the pandemic.
Fajardo, Puerto Rico, this Thursday, October 21, the prosecution rested in the trial against Jensen Medina Cardona. Medina Cardona was accused of murdering Arelis Mercado Rios and arrested on August 21, 2019. Arelis was murdered after finding a cell phone left in a boat marina, in Fajardo. Hours later, the suspect allegedly saw her with his phone and asked about it. She gently gave the phone back to him, but suddenly after, he shot her on the neck and ran away. Cameras in the area recorded the alleged suspect and his vehicle. The judge Gemma Gonzalez Rodriguez, of the Court of Fajardo, determined that the victim's boyfriend, Joshua Figueroa Garcia, must appear next Wednesday, October 27, as a defense witness. He is also required to produce certain documents pertinent to the defense.
In other news, the court's administration announced Wednesday, October 20, that it has filed complaints against judges Ingrid Alvarado Rodriguez and Sonia Nieves Cordero, both questioned about the handling of the case of Andrea Ruiz Costas, whose partially burned body was found on Thursday, April 29 on the side of the road in Cayo, Puerto Rico. Miguel Ocasio Santiago was arrested and accused of murdering Ruiz Costas by stabbing her repeatedly with a knife. The body was later set on fire. Ocasio Santiago later took his life in jail in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Miguel Ocasio Santiago. Although Governor Pedro Pierluisi acknowledged on Thursday that the judicial branch has discretionary power, he said that mechanisms must be sought to prevent the case of Andrea Ruiz Costas, and victims of femicide, from being repeated.
In other court news, Judge Iraida Rodriguez Castro, of the San Juan Court, found cause for arrest this Monday, October 18 against the former acting Secretary of the Department of Justice, Wandimir Burgos. Burgos faces charges of violation of the Penal Code, for offering confidential information for the benefit of third parties, and serious violations of the government ethics law. Burgos Vargas faced a less serious charge for resistance or obstruction to the public authority, when she asked the investigating agent Agnes Valentin not to follow through with the investigation of former governor and to return the report to the agency. Former Secretary of Justice Wandimir Burgos is pictured on the left and former Governor Wanda Emilia Vázquez Garcet is pictured on the right.
In arts and culture news, due to the great success of the Puerto Rican public, the exhibition Beyond Van Gogh, The Immersive Experience, will run until Sunday, December 19, the producer Paco Lopez, confirmed October 19. The company's Ariel Rivas Entertainment, Primo Entertainment and Sophisticated Mind are hosting the event on the island. Over 40,000 tickets have already been sold for the exhibition that will be presented for the first time in Puerto Rico. The event will begin November 13, 2021. The venue will be the Padrins Arilla Coliseum in San Juan, Puerto Rico, with event times: Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
With a tremendous party and a great caravan, the town of Loíza celebrated the title of Miss Universe Puerto Rico obtained by the representative of that municipality, Michelle Marie Colon Ramirez, this past Sunday, October 17. Hundreds of Loíza residents welcomed the beauty queen through the streets of the municipality, concluding with an artistic show. Michelle Ramirez hopes to win 6th Miss Universe title for Puerto Rico.
In travel news, Spirit Airlines announced it will have a daily direct flight between Orlando International Airport, MCO, and Mercedita International Airport, PSE, in Ponce, starting in February 2022, the Puerto Rico Tourism Company, CTPR, reported this Thursday, October 21. The announcement came after the island's participation in the World Roots 2021 convention, where Governor Pedro Pierluisi participated as a guest speaker. He stated, "Our island continues to promote its great potential with the announcement of this new direct flight route between Orlando and Ponce."
San Juan, Puerto Rico, popular Representative Héctor Ferrer Santiago, summoned all his colleagues from the legislative body to what he called an orientation on cannabis on November 1 at the Capitol. The legislator hopes to establish and file a bill on the decriminalization of marijuana. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Help us survive.